Hi soulmates, welcome back. And in today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to sew this stylish dress. And this is the part B. I already have part A on the channel already. So if you're yet to see the part A, I implore you to go and check it so that you can understand this better. My name is Veronica Adams Eze. Welcome to Vera Adams YouTube channel. So here is the material I'll be needing for this tutorial, and I have shortage of material, so I wouldn't be doing that kissing pleats at the hem of the dress because I just have less than 2 yards of fabric here. So but maybe anytime soon I'll be dropping a tutorial to explain that part. So I've gone ahead to use the pattern paper to cut the back. Here is the back bodice, and I'll also be showing us the front bodice as well. So as you can see in this back bodice, I went ahead to add ½ inch all around, except on the side where I added 1 inch for the sewing allowance. So I'll go ahead now to bring in the front bodice, and here's the front bodice. The front bodice also consists of 2 pieces, the left side and the right side. So here it is. I've also gone ahead to add ½ inch all around and 1 inch on the side. So of course, this is Nigeria. They took the light here. Very frustrating. Anyways, we're back, and here it is. So right here is the bottom of the dress. Yes, that curve at the hem of the dress. And now we can move on to bring in the sleeves. So here are the sleeves, and then this is the belt. We have 2 pieces of belt also, one on the left side and one on the right side. On fold, I have about 3 inches, but what I need is actually 2 inches, so ½ inch will be for the sewing. So right here is the back piece. Yes, I have 2 pieces right here, and remember that I added ½ inch around. So with that ½ inch, I'm going to stitch at the center back. So I'm bringing in my pins to pin it down, and I've started from the top right to the bottom. Once this is done, I can take it down to the same machine to sew it down and show us what it looks like after sewing. So right here I have my dress after sewing, and this is what the wrong side looks like. I'm turning to the right side, and here's what it looks like. I'll go ahead to cut out this thread right here, and then I can bring in the facing. Yes, I brought out a piece of the material to cut out the facing for the back. So I folded the material, and I'm putting the back bodice on this material to cut out the facing, and I'm going to be using a length of 3½ inches, which I'm marking right here, and I'm going to cut it out just as you're seeing me doing right here. Moving on, I'm going to get the center of the facing, and I'm going to make a notch right there, and I'm going to place it on the back bodice, right size facing right size, right on that notched part, and where we join the 2 back pieces together. I hope you understand that. And I'm pinning from that center to the edge, and I'll also go back to the center and pin it down to the left side as well. Once I'm done pinning it down, I can go ahead to sew it. To avoid rough edges on the bottom of our facing, I'm going to go ahead to fold that and sew it down just as you're seeing me doing here. This is what I have after I was done sewing. I also went ahead to notch that area so that it lays flat when we turn it over. So here is also the bottom of the facing. I've gone ahead to also sew it down, and this is what it looks like. Next thing I'll go ahead to do is to make a top stitch around this area. And while I'm making the top stitch, I'll make sure that the part that we sew right here is facing the facing, if I can use that. So right here you see that it is facing the facing area. So I'm going to go ahead to run a stitch right down. So I've gone ahead to do that. So that's the stitch, as you can see. I'm not sure if you can see well. And if you notice, I've also gone ahead to insert hemming gum right there so that our facing stays glued to the bodice. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead to bring in the front bodice, and here is a piece. I'll go ahead to stitch this down from the top to the bottom. I'll fold it just half an inch that we left. I'll use it to fold it down. So right here I'm doing that, and I'm using my pin to pin it down. I'll do that from top to the bottom, and I'll also go ahead to do that on the other side of the bodice as well. So this area is the center front area. That's the area, if you saw the drafting version, this is the area, the neckline area to the overlap area. So we're going to stitch that part down, but in case you are using a lining, you might not need to stitch down. So it's either you use a lining to turn it in, or you just hem it down like this. So right at this point, I've gone ahead to sew it on my sewing machine, and this is what it looks like. Here's the left side and also the right side. So I did the stitching from the top area to the bottom. So this is what we have at the end of it. So right here I'm going to bring just one piece of the front bodice with the back bodice. So I'm aligning both at the shoulder, and I'm going to pin together. And remember the half inch that we left all through, I'm going to use it to stitch at the shoulder line. So I'm putting in my needle to pin it down so that I can take it over to the sewing machine to sew it down. I'll also bring in the second piece of the front bodice, and now align it to the other side of the back bodice, just as you're seeing me doing right here. And I'll pin it also together just as we did for the other side, and I'll go ahead to sew it down as well. And yes, before you ask if they took the light again, yes. Anyways, we move on. So right here is the belt, and I've gone ahead to sew it down using half of an inch. So the length we have here is 16 inches. I could have done more, but remember that I have shortage of fabric. So after sewing the shoulder line, I want to determine where the belt is going to be, and I'm measuring 16 inches from the shoulder line, and I'm going to attach my belt. So this is the belt that stays on the right side. I know that it looks like it's on the left right here when you're looking at it like this, but when it is one on the body, it's actually on the right side. So once that is done, I'm going to determine the one that is going to be on the left side. Since I didn't mark this while I was drafting, so the best thing is to just indicate it on your pattern paper so it will be easy. But because I didn't do that, I'm aligning the front piece together to see where we have the belt on the right side. So I'm tracing that out, and I'm also using it to attach the belt on the left side. But the belt on the left side will be sewn on the sides. I don't know if you understand, but let's move on. I'm sure you understand as we move on. So I'm attaching with my pin down like this, and I'm making sure that it's the right side that is showing right here. That'll be out. So once this is done, I can go ahead to bring the back piece of this side so that I can go ahead to join the sides together. So this part of the belt will be joined together on the sides. So I'm going to start pinning the side. That's one piece of the back bodies and one piece of the front bodies along the side from top to bottom, as you see me doing right here. So moving to the bottom, we know that we're already gone ahead to hem the bottom of the front bodies. So I'm going to also go ahead to hem the bottom of the back bodies before I start joining on the side so that both can align. I hope you get that. So here's what it looks like after I was done joining on both sides. I'm going to go ahead to show you the sides where we have the belt. So here's the side that we have the belt. So I've already joined together using the side seam. So I'm going to show you the other side where we have the belt at the center front. So here is it, and this is what it looks like right here at the center front, and here's what the back, the wrong side, looks like. So see you mates, if you saw this video to this point, I want to say a big thank you. If this is your first time here, I want to say welcome. Do go to subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up by clicking on the like button. And if you have any question, do not hesitate to drop it in the comment section. I'll be there to respond to you. So at this point, you can go ahead and fix in the sleeve of your choice. Here is my sleeve. I'll go ahead and fold it over at the hem and then attach it to the armhole of the bodice. So at this point, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Do well to turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified each time I upload a new video, and do well to share to family and friends that are also students. Till I see you in my next video. Bye.